So yeah, he makes me take it. He says, good luck, take care. And I'm like, you wishing me good luck? Like, dude, I'm already failing your class. That's gonna make it worse. What you mean?
I'm officially a high school graduate. I gotta go to school tomorrow. I'll insert pictures around here once I figure out how. Boom. Okay, so this story is how I found out I had cancer. Yeah. But
I don't look like it because I'm like super fly, but okay.
It started like January-ish, and I had this like lump right here. You can see where they did the biopsy. They cut right here. And at first we didn't really think nothing of it because it was like it wasn't really big. But then around like March something, my mom was like,
oh no, that's too big. Like, no, you need to get that checked out.
So we was like, okay, just patient first. They're probably gonna come in as an infection, because it was like one of them lumps you get under your arms, like just one of those number ones, but like this one didn't go away. She was like, yeah, we need to go somewhere. So we went to patient first, and the doctor there, he was like, it might just be an infection, so like nothing to worry about, it'll go away on its own. He did a blood test to like double check, make sure it was an infection, like not cancer. He came back super like, not scared, but like urgent. Like he was like kind of like rushing us, like,
oh, you need to go here, you need to go here, they're gonna do a biopsy, tell them I sent you, they'll get you in as soon as possible.
Did the blood test, it wasn't an infection, it was cancer. They didn't like know what kind or like stage or anything. So he gave us this paper saying to go to like this one hospital, but then mom was like, you know what, like I don't know if my insurance covered it or whatever, so she was like, we gotta go to your PCP. So we went to my primary care physician, and he sent me a referral to like child surgeon, whatever. Look at her, so cute. She's probably looking for something that she can't find. Anyway, so he sent me to a different hospital, which happened to be the freaking hospital I was interning at, so it was so freaking weird. And they did the biopsy on like the 18th of March, was a Monday, and I go back to school normal. I didn't go back on Tuesday because like I was on a whole bunch of drugs and I was like, not happening. So I go back Wednesday, and Wednesday was a bad freaking day from the start, okay? So I'm going to like first, second, and third period. But I missed so much school because before I had a little sickness, you know, I have cyclic vomiting syndrome, so, well, you probably didn't know that, but yeah. So I was out of school for like 2 weeks prior. So I had some tests I had to make up, and I'm in fourth period, and I'm like,
can I not take this test? Because like I haven't been here for 2 weeks, I don't know what the heck is on a test.
And he's like, no, you gotta take the test. And I'm like how I'm gonna take a test I don't know anything about? And so yeah, he makes me take it. He says, good luck, take care. And I'm like, you wishing me good luck? Like, dude, I'm already failing your class. That's gonna make it worse. What you mean? I already knew after school I'd have to take another test that I had missed from my third period that day. And I mean, it wasn't too bad, but I was like a mess when I even went in there from the jump, because I'm like, I'm about to fail like majorly. So I go into his class with my friend. She's like, it's gonna be fine, you're gonna be all right, you're gonna pass, it's whatever. I'm like, stop lying to me, stop it. He allows me time to like practice. He practices with me. I ended up getting a B, which kind of made my day better, but I was still pissed from fourth period. So I have to like stay after school, wait for my mom to pick me up. And by this time, I think she got the call right before she picked me up, because she said she was driving and she couldn't handle it, so like she had them call my aunt. And then my aunt pretty much like broke it down to her after she picked me up. I was like, yo, what the heck is going on? Because I get into the car and usually we just talk and stuff, talk about my day, her day, whatever. But I got in, she got out, and she was on the phone. I was like, oh, so something serious is going on. But I didn't think it was me, you know? We're like driving, whatever. She's like not like really in the mood to like talk to anyone. So we go to my house and she's in the car. The whole time we're like, oh, she probably got the results back, whatever. Because they said like April, the beginning of April, we would get the results back, but like it was 2 days later. So she was like kind of worried or whatever. I'm sitting at the table with my older sister, and I'm talking to her, and she's like, what would you do if you found out you did have cancer?
My dumb self over here like, oh, I was like, oh, that's wild, like, wow.
I'm like that now, because like I don't really think about it. Like I don't feel sick except like in the beginning because of my CVS was acting up. but because I'm on like the other meds to like help with the nausea. Oh yeah, CVS is like cyclic vomiting syndrome, so it's like just triggered by certain things. Like usually mine is triggered by my period, so I get like a week off of school, and this time it was triggered by the meds I had at chemo. So like the first day of chemo, I got like really sick and I had to be hospitalized. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this every freaking week that I have to get chemo, which would be like 2 weeks per month. I'm like, that's not about to happen, because that's no. So they had to like up my amitriptyline meds and give me like a whole bunch of other nausea meds, which freaking sucks because they were making me tired. And I'm like, I don't want to be tired, I want to be in school. What you mean? I ended up missing like the last day I went to school was March 20th, the day I had to take that test and everything. And I didn't even tell anyone like that I had cancer, like my teachers and stuff. I didn't tell them at first. My mom had told my magnet teacher because like she will obviously have to know. But like science teacher, math teacher, I didn't tell them until like a week and a half or maybe 2 weeks later. Like right after I told my like closest friends, like the 3 girls I talked to the most, I told them before I told anyone else. I didn't even let my mom tell her church friends, and it wasn't because like, oh, I don't want anyone to know, I just want to like fight this battle alone, whatever. It was just like, I don't want like a whole bunch of sympathy, like people being like,
oh, you know, so and so went through this, you'll be fine.
Like, I mean, I get that, but like I don't know how to react in situations like that, so I'm just like, okay. Anyway, so yeah, I don't remember what part I left off at. Oh yeah, so when I started chemo, I was getting sick, so I'm like, I don't want this to happen every time. We've ended up finding like the med plan that I have, which is literally right there on my wall, full of my nausea meds and everything I have to take. I didn't know how to tell anyone, so I really didn't, unless like I had to. People were like,
why aren't you at school, and like, we miss you.
I'm like, I miss you guys too, but like I got things going on right now. So I didn't really like tell anyone too much. Like recently on May 30th, the day after my graduation, I had took this PET scan which told us if like the cancer and everything was gone, and it was. And I didn't post it on my story or anything, like any social media, until like a day or two after. And then people were texting me. I think they already knew, like maybe someone told them, or like maybe my teacher told them, because they was in the same magnet class as me. Like, I think she maybe told them.
They're like, oh, Takira has cancer, you know, that's why she's not in here.
I'm pretty sure people already knew before I posted it, because people were texting me like,
oh, we're praying for you, and you got this, like, I'm so happy for you, whatever.
I mean, yeah, it's so weird. People know things like that. It's like, I just have like my little group of friends. Like, I'm not a big like, oh, friend group, like let's go out party. No, I'm just like 3 to 5 friends who's like my main ones who I hang out with all the time. So like it was like freaking hard to even tell them, let alone like strangers and people I go to church with. So yeah, that's how I found out. I remember that night too. I didn't say this. That night, my dad was on the phone. Like, my mom comes into the house and she's on the phone. I think she went upstairs first, and I'm downstairs with my sisters. I think I was eating. Yeah, messed up my whole freaking appetite. I was like, you know what? Forget this food. I'm going upstairs to my room. So I'm in the dining room with my 2 sisters, and then my mom comes down. She's like, guys, we need to talk. And I'm like, I know what this is about. I just know things. I'm very smart. So yeah, she's on the phone with my dad, and like when they're on the phone, like I know it's something serious or something that needs to be talked about right then and there. Bella, she's like in the window, but like both my windows are blocked, so she can't even get in it. I'm sorry, as long as she's not messing up my stuff. Anyway, so yeah, so we're in the kitchen, not the kitchen, the dining room, and I'm like, you know, just eating, like, okay, yeah, I understand it's cancer, whatever. But like it really hit me, because like I didn't know what kind. At first, like, I just, like, stopped. Like, I was in, like, shock or something. And I couldn't, like, eat. I couldn't talk. I was just sitting there, like,
what the heck?
Because when you hear cancer, you hear, like, you think of, not hear. Well, when you hear cancer, you think of,
go to school, kids.
You think of, like, death, and you're just thinking, like, the negative parts, what you can't do with your life, you know? It's like, oh, I can't, like, in my head. Because my plans for the future is, like, oh, get a big house with like a whole bunch of land, have a whole big family and a whole bunch of animals I can foster and everything, a garden or whatever. Like, I want to do that. And I'm like,
I can't do that now. Like, do you understand how this just messed up my whole plan? Like, I'm about to die. Like, it's not even funny. I'm about to die. What about my cat? Who's she gonna live with? She's mean to everyone. Like, nobody like her.
So I'm like, all my plans for the future are messed up. They kind of were in like a way, but I mean like in the future of like as in having kids and having a house, that far is not really messed up. It was just more so like the next couple months, maybe the rest of the year of 2019 was gonna be like a bit iffy for me. So yeah, I'm like, my future is messed up. Like there's no,
I'm not gonna be a mom or like a pet mom. I'm not gonna be any of that. Like I'm not gonna have my own house. Am I ever gonna find love? Like who freaking knows, right?
and my mom's like, oh, it's highly curable and like highly treatable, it won't take long. I'm like, stop lying to me, it's cancer. What do you mean? Right? So that night I remember going upstairs. I didn't even finish my food. That's how like annoyed and like mad I was. So I go to my room and I'm like sitting on the floor. I didn't even get in my bed. So I'm sitting on the floor, I'm like bawling my eyes out, and then my mom comes in. She's like,
It'll be fine, you know, like what mothers do, right? So she starts praying and everything, and then she leaves. My older sister comes in. She's like, you know you got this.
and I'm like, you know, stop lying to me. So I end up going to sleep, right? The next day, that Thursday, and I believe that Friday too, I didn't go to school. My mom was like, you don't have to go. So I'm like, I'm staying home. So I mean, that was pretty much like how I found out. I didn't like cry with my friends or anything because I told them over text. I wasn't allowed to go to school. Well, I was, but like my mom was like, you're not going. So she told my teachers and like the front desk and everything, like my guidance counselors, everyone, that I was not going to be going back to school again except to take finals. When finals came around, she was like, you're not going back to school. So she was just like, yeah, you're done with school. Like if you can do it online, cool, but if you can't, you got to go to the school with a whole bunch of kids who got germs, you're not going. So she spoke to my guidance counselor. They was like, oh yeah, you don't have to take your finals, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. No matter what, you're still gonna graduate. That was my only concern because I was so geeked all year because I was graduating a year early. Originally, I was a junior, and then I was a senior like 2 weeks after junior year. So I was like, yo, I'm about to graduate, and I'm like, this is stopping me from graduating. I'm gonna be so pissed off. Like even if I have to graduate in the summer, like I want to graduate with like the students of my own school. Like it just feels better. I mean, I'd rather graduate with my friends and all, but like I'd rather graduate with my school at the very least. So I'm like, I don't want to graduate with like some random kids I don't even know. I was like, I'm just trying to graduate this year, this May. Like, stop trying to hold me back. Anyway. So yeah, that's like how I found out. Well, when I spoke to the actual doctors, they went through like the meds and like side effects, and he was like, oh yeah, your hair can fall out. And I was pissed. I was like, I knew, but I remember I was talking to one of my other friends, like also a natural hair sister. Yeah, what's up? And I remember I kept trying to I was getting advice from her because I was like struggling at first, and she was giving me tips, her and her older sister. And then they said that, and I'm like, yo, my hair was just like, it was getting super soft and it was growing longer. It's still growing now, but I remember they told me like around prom was when it was supposed to start coming out, which was like April 26th. So over a month ago, it was supposed to start coming out, but I didn't see it. So I'm like, oh yes, I still got my hair. And more recently, when I did this hairstyle, I was like, yo, I can tell that these parts right here are more sparse, but like the back and everything is super thick. So I'm like, I mean, I can always like wear a scarf, like a style with a scarf, like a wig or something, but like my hair means so freaking much to me that it pissed me off so much. And like I remember I told my other friend, who she's not black, she's Mexican. Like I told her, and her hair is important to her too, so she's like, yo, I feel you. Like everyone understood the hair part, and I'm like, I can't live without my hair. Like I will go and get a wig if I have to. I will not be bald, because I mean bald doesn't look right on me. I just like hair. Because it's gone now, it's like, yay. Like I had 2 more cycles of chemo though. They always do 4, and I did the 2 in, well, like end of March to the end of May. And then I did a PET scan, which tells you like if there's any more cancer and where it's at.
PET scan came back. I don't know if it's positive or negative. Like negative as in like there's none there, or positive as in that's a good thing.
But it came back good, saying there was no more cancer. But we still have to do 2 more cycles to like ensure everything's gone, everything goes well after that, and then I'm done. Which means when I start school next year, I won't be having cancer. I will be well, I'm cancer free, but like I'll be chemo free, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye now.